Hi, today is Wednesday, March 1st, 2017. And by the way, today is the first day of Lent. At least if you're an Anglican or a Roman Catholic or a Lutheran, however. And this is as Swede speaks. I was thinking about the identity politics narrative of the left, and not only of what we could call the hard left, like socialist and social democrat parties in Europe, but also left liberals. One example is that there is an election coming up in Norway this year, in about 6 months, and the Norwegian Labour Party, which right now is an opposition party, they had a proposal in the Norwegian Parliament to institute a third gender category in Norway. But anyway, the Parliament has refused this, and I am very grateful for that. Also, one of the leading Labour Party politicians, Hadia Tajik, who is of Pakistani origin, but who is married to a Norwegian, an ethnic Norwegian that is, she complained recently about that there were too few people of immigrant background in the Labour Party. I see. So they are trying this identity politics agenda, and it's not just in Norway. The Democratic National Convention almost elected the Muslim Keith Ellison as their leader, but he was turned down, and thank God for that. But still, when I discuss with people on the left, some of them understand that identity politics has cornered them. Some of them understand that people don't really like this, and that they are not gaining any votes on this. But it seems to be extremely difficult for them to realize that they just have to stop doing this if they even want to stand a chance. And I mean, this comes together with the lying press, as it's called in Germany, the old mainstream media. There was a debate in Norwegian TV earlier this evening. Helge Lurås, who writes Chronicles, was in a program on TV discussing with the newspaper Aftenposten, which supposedly is a Norwegian conservative newspaper, but I haven't seen very much conservatism from them for a long time. They are a part of the left liberal narrative as everyone else. It's difficult to find any big media in Norway that aren't a part of that. I mean, even the ones who are supposed to be conservative or Christian conservative, they still have this anti-Trump bias, which means that they lose all credibility in my eyes, in my point of view. And I mean, let's start with this. What Helge Lurås says in the debate, is that the media in Norway and in many other countries, but specifically in Norway now, are having these headlines: is Trump a fascist? Is Trump a racist? Is Trump a psychopath? Is he a narcissist? Etc., etc., etc. No, and they, even if the articles conclude with no, he is not a fascist, or no, he is not a racist, or no, we cannot say for sure that he's a psychopath or a narcissist, and so on. They know, when they write this, that most people don't read the articles, they only read the headlines. This is a cunning way of spreading a left liberal narrative. This is how they spread their agenda. And they do it under pretext of being objective, of reporting facts. And they mix opinions with news reports. I mean, if you look at my channel, I am not a news reporter. I have never said I am, and I'm not. I refer a lot to the news, to what's going on in the world, but that's because I comment on stuff. I consider myself a political commentator. If anyone asks me, that's what I do. And I am not objective. I mean, I try to stick to facts and to analyze them. But of course I have my point of view, which is traditionalist conservatism, defense of Judeo-Christian civilization. Something that I think it should be more of. But as they say, you should be the change that you want to see in the world. And that's really why I'm doing this. And I think both when politicians, liberal politicians, leftist politicians, if there even is a difference between the two anymore, when they are shouting about things to promote their identity politics agenda, or when they are calling conservatives fascists and so on, when they are blurring the lines between criticizing an idea, let's say Islam, and being in favor of ethnic hatred, when they blur the lines between this, and when the mainstream media talk about, when they call, for instance, Donald Trump a fascist, or even ask the questions, is he a fascist? And when they attack conservative ideas, and when they attack the new media, like how they went after PewDiePie, for instance, they do this because they're afraid. Because the old mainstream media have been very privileged. Either they are government entities like the BBC and NRK in Norway, SVT in Sweden, Yle in Finland, DR in Denmark, etc. Or they are large corporations like CNN and others. And they have been very privileged, and they have been able to push their agenda without anyone questioning them, because to question them before you needed large financial muscles. Now, you just need a webcam and an internet connection and you're ready to go. And because of that, the media landscape is changing. I think they know this. They know that their time is out. They know that their privileges they are about to lose their privileges. And that's why they attack us. And what should we answer these attacks? Well, this is kind of a response. And you know, I just laugh at it and think, yeah, okay, so they say. I mean, there's a lot of things that could be said. But I'll just end with this. When I came out in support of Donald Trump, of his candidacy to the presidency, and I mean, I'm not even American, I cannot vote in the United States, but I thought this was very good. And when people started saying, people told me, and the media told me, and so on, that Donald Trump is a fascist, he's an Islamophobe, whatever that is, and so on and so on, I realized that the same people who have been calling me more or less a fascist for years, since I started voicing my support for traditional conservative Judeo-Christian Western civilization, the same people are now calling Trump a fascist. Why on earth should I care about what they say? I know perfectly well that they are capable of lying, and they are lying. So that's about all I have to say about this right now. And I would like to thank the people who have supported this channel through PayPal and through Patreon. And if you like this channel, please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss anything. I will watch President Trump's address tonight, and maybe I'll comment on that. We'll see. And anyway, but if you like this channel, subscribe. Please like my videos. Please share my videos on social media. Recommend it to someone if you think they need a dose of the things I'm saying. And I would also like to encourage you to support this channel. That could be done through PayPal, and it could be done through Patreon, and I will include the necessary information in the box below. And there are still some technical things I need to work with light, with sound, and so on. And be patient. I'm working on it. I will get a better microphone next week, and then we'll see what happens. So, thank you for watching, and have a nice day.